what's that word for the people that don't know and the people that know? Who we got on all around TV today? What's your name and where you from?
We got Marty on the beat, Self-Made 808 Studios, South Louisville. What's going on?
What's up with you, my man? How you been?
It's good, man. Working, staying busy, locked in the studio pretty much every day. So, finding new talent every day on top of that. So,
yeah, man, that's what's up. Staying busy, that's the thing to be. That's the way to be, you know. So, let's get straight into it. You know what the people came to see. What you got? What got you into wanting to be a producer? Like, do you mix and everything else, or?
Yeah, I started. I mean, what got me into it? It was honestly something I randomly. I ain't gonna say I randomly picked it up. My cousin was a rapper. His name was Shink, and my other cousin Brandon, he was his engineer. And we was sitting in a room one day, like, you know what, cousin, man, we need a beat maker. I was like, I'll try it, fuck it. So I started trying it. Shit, I ain't gonna lie, shit was hard. But then I started liking the shit. Then, shit, probably about a month, I fell in love with doing it. So, you know, I started working on the craft, started getting it together. I ain't gonna lie, for the first 2 years, I couldn't even get a beat for a motherfucker to rap on. Made one beat for him to get on, he got on and he killed it, but that shit was hard, I ain't gonna lie to you. But then, you know, as I got comfortable with instruments, sound, structure, I found my own, my own way of how I would do it. It kind of made everything a lot easier. So, I mean, yeah, that's pretty much, you find your own process, yeah, you be going, and it start going, you get from making a beat a week to a beat an hour, maybe two. So it just depends on, you know, your work ethic and then your process. So, you know what I mean?
Yeah. So how long have you been doing it exactly, or do you know?
We started. We had this conversation, to be honest, in this room in January 1st, 2018. We had a conversation in this room.
2018.
Mm-hmm. Wow. So I'm about 5 years in, literally 5 years in on doing it, but seriously doing it. 2020 is when I took it serious. That's when I started putting the pieces together. With, I might see my business partner in the back, Sasha. So she's a big part of my progression. She's a big part of Self-Made in total. So
yeah, man, that's dope, man. So like, how much do you charge for a beat, or like, could a person like buy 10 beats and like get a deal, or how do you go about that?
So every month I change up my deal, so I run a different deal probably every month. I think this month I was doing probably like a beat for 100, but two for 150, and I just be changing them up because it's like, shit, when you think about it, music get real expensive. So I feel like if I make it affordable for the artist, shit comes out so much easier. Cause now they want to spend, they getting quality music, they getting quality beats, so they get to put together, you know, a quality body of work on top of me also doing my project deals. So I do project deals with certain specific artists, not everybody. So if y'all follow me on Instagram, Marty on the beat _ 342. Artists, I add y'all to my close friends, and my close friends have different deals than everybody else. So it's just something that I actually like doing. So, you know.
Yeah, man, that's what's up. So who all have you worked with in your career? Can you remember, or?
As far as like, you know, next to each other, I've worked with ESTD Mike, Cash Rick, the artist, her name is Queen. Shit, I work with a lot of people.
Yeah.
I work with a lot of artists, but I mean, I tell you, my favorite artist to work with is always the new artists, because they always the underdog, and I think people overlook them a lot. So I kind of try to, you know, help them create a sound with them. So I'll make them adjust. I make artists adjust to my beats, and then I started adjusting to their sound. So we kind of create our own sound between each other. So I mean, the underdog artists, you know, it's probably my favorite artist to work with, to be honest, because you know they got the passion, they're gonna work the hardest, and shit, they take criticism the easiest. The artists I've ended up working with the most is females, but you know I ain't gonna complain because they are the hardest workers. I'm gonna give them that for sure. So, yeah, but I mean the biggest artist I work with is probably ESTD Mike. One Take Timmy too. Like he's I don't know why lyrically he the GOAT. I give all praise to One Take, he him. So
Okay.
J. Cole.
He's still 3.
He's still there. Ye and Kendrick and Jay-Z is 5. But if I go my favorite top artists, I gotta go G, Lil Baby, Lil Durk, Wayne, and Drake. No order, because Drake, he might be the #1 right now, but ain't no order.
Yeah. Okay. No, that's a fire list though. You know, so you got no order on that, and then you got EST #1, your personal favorite.
Yeah, he #1 my personal. That's probably my most listened to. I mean, ain't nobody rapping the street music just like him. It's just nobody's been able to do it from shit. Honestly, no era. That man go into detail on some shit that I'm surprised he ain't in trouble for. So, I mean, but he's. I say this. He's the most relatable artist to. I'll probably say everybody in Louisville, for the simple fact is he's speaking for Louisville in all kind of ways. I mean, people, you know, people got their issues and all that, whatever. But as far as talent and music, it's undeniable. He's him. I mean, it's just what it is.
He was perfect coming out of Louisville too.
Yeah, he's the perfect person coming out of
Bryson
Louisville.
as the R&B, you got Jack as like the pop,
I was
like
in
hip hop rap, but then you got G. It's like his own lane, so
Yeah.
it's perfect coming
He
out.
he created something that nobody could probably from this whole region. And
I feel like he's kind of bringing that Jeezy back, that trap.
yeah,
music.
he's bringing the trap music back, but he's bringing the street of like the drill effect to it, and he's combined the two, and it's just like created this sound that everybody wants. So I seen probably like 10 rappers today on Instagram that rap just like STG, like same flow, and I'm just like, oh shit, like, I mean, but it's a trendsetter for you though. So.
Most definitely, man. I honestly feel like he's on top of the rap game as well. You know, he, like you said, he's one artist that really could bring other artists from out of our city. Get the eyes on Louisville, Kentucky.
He does. I mean, you got Ski Mike, you got TJ Lil Mike, and he's turning his homies into rappers. Like you got Don Juan, man. He got some shit. Like you got to pay attention to what he's saying, but. He's turning his homies into rappers, and they actually reaching back. Like I said, I work hand in hand with D-Mike, and it's just like you would think it's from him being so cool, so close. Nah, it's because shit, I be working. He notices what I do, and I'm not scared to criticize him. And he actually loves it. He told me like he feel it, because like most niggas would be yes man, and it's like, man, if that shit ain't it, that shit ain't it. So yeah, it's just kind of where I feel like I think he'll reach back, like G'll reach back more, but the guys that he's reaching are actually reaching down too, and grabbing producers. They're grabbing the artists they like, the artists they they fuck with. But I mean, Wolf got a sound, and shit, him, Jack, and Bryson are the reasons for the sound that's being created. So
yeah, that's 100 though. So. What advice could you give someone wanting to get into the game, wanting to be a producer or engineer? And
to be honest, I would say figure out what you want to do first. As far as say producing, because a lot of people get the producing and beat making mixed up. I know a lot of beat makers that say they're producers, but they don't know how to record or engineer. It's like a producer has a lot to do with what's going on in this particular song. And I feel like if you're going to be a beat maker, do that. But if you want to transition into a producer, you got to start learning all the other aspects. What sounds good on a song. Being able to engineer and actually put more into this song than just the beat. Like really be able to help the artist become, the artist. So people get that producer thing mixed up a lot. But yeah, what I'll say is, I mean, it's financially it can benefit you. It's gonna cost you in the beginning. Cause I tell you, I spent on programming alone in the beginning. I think I probably spent about $2,000. and that's just FL, Pro Tools, just figuring out, you know, which program I wanted to use. So I would say, you know, figure out what you want to do as far as sound wise, because it's going to help you in the long run. I took the long way around. I learned the hard way of how to make beats, and I had to learn music by the ear. I didn't ever learn how to read music. I mean, now I know how to do it, but it's a process. So what I do tell a lot of the young dudes that I meet, you know, that's in the streets and in trouble, what I do tell them is look into going to schools like Full Sail. Get you a 7-month certificate. What those certificates do, all else fails, it teach you how to engineer and everything. All else fails, I mean, you go be a music teacher at a school. I mean, that's the honest truth of it. I mean, everybody's not going to make it. It's just what it is. But the passion of it, it can financially benefit you. I mean, the knowledge of it, it can take you a long way. But also, like I said, I tell the young guys this because I started actually late. If I started when they started, I don't think too many people even like know me because I've probably been moved. But the fact I started when I started, you know, it's obviously part of my process. So I just give back the knowledge to them. You know, get into the music early. Teach yourself how to engineer. Teach yourself how to record yourself. Teach yourself how to make beats. Because in the long run, and if you do make it, it's not gonna always be you doing it. It's gonna be somebody else. But you're gonna know how you want your music to sound already. So, yeah, I stand on that as far as like the youth, teaching youth. So, but yeah, my to answer the question though is, you know, find your process, find your sound. If you really want to get into it, make sure you're listening to the artist that you want to project to too. So,
Man, that's great advice, man. For you artists that's watching, young or old, you know, pay attention. You know, watch this a couple times. You know, listen to him. Marty on the beat. You know, he's a successful, you know, producer, engineering, and you know, and he stays consistent and busy. You know, so would you like to say anything to the people that's watching, or any of your followers, or?
Man, do y'all, man. At the end of the day, whatever y'all feel is the right thing to do, just do y'all, man. Stay consistent with it. And that's pretty much it. I mean, learn as much as I can too, because you know, ain't no telling when it's time. So, yeah, that's the life lesson.
Yeah. So, how could people get in contact with you if, say, somebody wants a beat or wants to, you know, likes this interview, or just want to work with you in general? How could they get in contact with you?
My Instagram is Marty_on_the_beat_342. My Facebook page is Martell Smith. It's the one with me engineering as a blue picture because I got two of them. I mean, and y'all can check my bio. I got my phone number and my email in there. So, yeah, I do work with pretty much all artists. I don't, you know, discriminate. It's just I just work with the people that want to work, especially if they want to work hard. So, yeah.
Okay, dope, man. So out of here, let the people know who you rocking with.
We working with All Around TV, man. Marty on the beat.
Let's go.